get ready with me after a long time to watch a movie, and I'm super excited. So let's start with the skincare. So first I'm just going to apply toner, or you can also use water. Just using the vitamin C serum. Had to do this because got a new mic. Why not? It's very important not to forget a water-based moisturizer, especially if you are oily or combination skin just like mine, and it is the monsoon season, so you need to make sure that you use a good and correct moisturizer. And not to forget the neck as always. Using an SPF lip balm, which is amazing, like it's so good for the hydration as well as the pigmentation stays for a long period of time. I got this from Miniso. Next product is very important, and I would say you can skip anything, but don't skip this if you are heading out or even if you are at home. So this is sunscreen, and if you are applying vitamin C, you must apply this. I mean, if you are applying vitamin C, this is a must to apply, otherwise it will backfire on you. I like to dry this a little bit before I proceed with my foundation or base part. So after doing a good amount of skincare and the correct amount of skincare, we are going to use a primer. That is a must, especially if it is the monsoon season, which is already here. You can't be ignoring the primer, and also you have to keep your base very minimal. Make sure to apply the primer on the areas where you sweat a lot, like on my T-zone and around my mouth area, and I have large pores around my cheeks, so yes, I'm going to cover those. The best way to apply your makeup base is actually do less of makeup base. That is, you should be avoiding your foundation. You can definitely go for a sunscreen, like a tinted sunscreen, or maybe the best thing that I like to do is just spot correct. That is, just cover my darker areas. So let me show you how I like to do the spot correcting thing, because less is more, especially in the humid weather. I would say you can also go for a skin tint, like the serum kind of foundations as well. As you can see, I have very prominent dark circles which might not be visible, but I want to keep my base minimal, very minimal. So I'm just going to take a tiny drop of my orange corrector and take my concealer that's my go-to concealer, and I'm just going to mix both of them with a concealer brush, and it's gonna create a very nice peachy shade which I'm going to very comfortably apply under my eyes. And I'm going to just let them sit for a while, and then I'm going to blend it. Similarly around my mouth area, which has a bit of darker patches. And I can do a little on my eyelids also. So this is a very nice color. I don't need to, put so much of orange corrector and apply so much of foundation and concealing, and it blends so well with my color, my skin tone, and I'm going to blend it after a while. So now I am going to blend it very lightly with dabbing motion, and you can see how flawless and how real, like skin kind of makeup this looks. That is perfect for this monsoon season. You can't even see the orange part, the concealer, but it completely did its job to hide my dark circles. Just look at this, so natural and does not look cakey at all. The next part is to lock your concealer or whatever you have done foundation. So we have two options. Either you can use a loose powder or a compact. If you want great amount of coverage, you should definitely go for a compact. And if you want to actually properly lock your, you know, concealer or foundation on a deeper level, then you should go for a loose powder. So here I'm going to use a loose powder, and this is, by the way, how I do my makeup. Like, this is my everyday makeup. I mean, whenever I'm stepping out, and I just like to dab my loose powder around my mouth area where I have applied my concealer, and under my eyes, and we have applied some on my eyelids also. So I'm just going to blend it really well so there are no harsh lines, and just going to apply my loose powder. Okay, but I don't stop here. Okay, you can actually stop here, or maybe you can use the compact similarly, but I'll see once this settle down if I really need a compact or not. And this looks so natural. So let me show you how I do my under eyes using the compact. Can you see the amount of brightness it has added under my eyes? That's next level. So if you are going for a more dramatic or more full coverage kind of a makeup look, I would say go for a compact. Or if you can, if you even want to skip and you don't have much deep dark circles like mine, you can simply skip the concealing part and just apply this amazing compact, and you can see the difference yourself. This is looking a little off, but it will settle down after a while. So the next step that I have is very important, because this is the monsoon season. I would suggest you that don't use powder brushes because it gets patchy, especially if it rains. So I would suggest that use a liquid or a cream blush, because it blends into your skin like anything. So this is one of my favorites, and I'll show you how effortlessly it blends into the skin. And if you aren't aware already, I like to put it on my cheeks, on my tip of the nose, and a little on my eyelids also, just for that little ombre effect. Now let's blend it. Can you see how effortlessly it blends, and it looks so beautiful? And a little goes a long way. Look at how beautiful my eyes look, and so neutral. I just took a little drop of this blush and applied it on my eyes. You can see how monochromatic and beautiful my makeups look just with a blush. So whenever I'm in a hurry, I always do this, and it is like I'm ready within seconds. And you can see how flawless it looks. And now comes the most important part, that is actually doing your eyes. But I'm getting some issues with my eyes, so I'm not going to do my eyes. But yes, I'm not going to apply any kajal or something like that, but I'm definitely going to add some color. So yes, the most important part is to use all your eye products that are waterproof. Yes, especially your mascara, your kajal, because those are the ones that ruin your makeup the first. So yes, these are my two favorites that I always keep in vanity, easy to apply. So this is the holographic Swiss Beauty eyeliner, that is multi-chrome, which is actually going with my outfit, the vibe. But I prefer that I want to go a little subtle because that is too loud. So I'm going to use this purple color and just going to smudge. So you should always use cream products or liquid products if they are actually smudge proof and waterproof, because it is the rainy season and you don't want to risk it. So this is my first and the last safe option. These are my two most favorites. You can see how flawless my eyes look just with this pencil, plus this is not going to go anywhere even if it rains. So coming to the eyebrows, we are going to actually set it. We are not going to use any pencils. I mean, you can use pencils, powders, but I would say if you have tinted brow gel, that would be best. So let's unbox this. I don't know what it has, but I ordered it long back. So it has two spoolies which will help you to set your eyebrows. And then we are just going to, I think this is a clear brow gel. So you can also take a tinted one. Okay, so this is a clear brow gel, but I wish to, add a little bit of powder, then I'm going to set it. I usually use, just a second, use this brow gel, which is very convenient to carry and easy to apply. So yeah, I use this, but let's give this a try today. So what I like to do is just take any, gray or brown, deep brown kind of shade, and just use an angular brush, and I like to just fill in from starting from the backwards, and I don't want to make it very, weird. Just going to fill in the gaps. I don't want to make a shape, just want to fill in a little. Okay, looks so much better. You can already see. Now I'm gonna take this new thingy and just going to use this. Let's see how it works. Looks like a soap. I think I tried a soap DIY long back also. Let's give this a try. Ooh, looks so good actually. But it would have been great if it was tinted, because I wanted to skip this filling my eyebrow step. But it looks great, right? Not too much, and my eyebrows won't go anywhere. Okay, so this process a little messy, but I would suggest you can go for this one. So when it comes to applying the correct kind of lipstick, here we mess up a big time, especially in the monsoon season. So let me tell you what you don't need to apply. The first and foremost is obvious, but these are glosses because they can easily bleed and actually they mess up your makeup like anything. And you have to avoid bullet lipsticks, which are very creamy but very easily transferable. Then you have these kind of lipsticks which are liquid but are very creamy but don't stay for a long period of time on your lips, and it actually requires reapplication. Now comes the part where I suggest you lipstick that you should be applying. So I'm not going to tell you the brands, but definitely the kind of formulations that you need to have. So my top favorite are, the first and foremost are these bullet lipsticks. These are so good. They don't, transfer easily, and they are very long lasting, very pigmented and very soft on the lips. Of course, you have to apply a good amount of Vaseline or any lip balm before application. And next are these kind of lipsticks like the Maybelline one. These are very nice. I mean, once I apply, they don't transfer, and I think for the 12 hours it won't budge or won't transfer, and it stays on your lips, and the pigmentation stays for a long period of time. So I would suggest try these lipsticks. Another hack that I want to share with you is applying a lip liner beforehand all over your lips, and fill in your lips with the lip liner. That stays for a long period of time, then you can apply your lipstick. So let me show you how I do it. So first I'm taking my favorite lip liner, just gonna apply it. You can see I've already lined my lips and I'm just going to fill in. This will actually add extra layer. So even if your lipstick goes off, which won't, because I told you the correct kind of lipsticks you need to apply, there will be still a line, like a thin layer of your lip liner that is going to last for a long time. So you can see, I think I just love this shade. It looks so beautiful. But I'm going to show you to apply this, my favorite lipstick. Can you see how creamy it is and how easily it applies on my lips? Love it. So let me show you how good this lipstick is. So you can see a very little transfer, like it stays all day. Especially I have also applied now a thin layer of my lip liner. But what I like to do is, if you have like a semi transferable lipstick, all you can do is just take a tissue paper and just keep it in between your lips like this, and you can take a brush. So you can take a brush or maybe a beauty blender that you used, and just slightly take the loose powder and dab it through this. And you can barely see anything. It's like almost very minimal lipstick that got transferred. And with this technique, it actually, you sealed your lipstick very well, and it's not going to transfer at all now. See, there is nothing right now. Before, this was the transferred part, like it was getting transferred a little bit, but now there is no transfer. See, before and after. And last but not the least, very important tip is to actually set your makeup using a setting spray, and just let it dry and you are all sorted. If you also want to like to add some highlighter, but you know that it is the monsoon season, I would suggest you that go for a gel kind of, or maybe a more creamy texture. So this is gel based eyeliner, sorry, gel based highlighter. So this is a gel based highlighter, and it sits beautifully on your skin and blends also very beautifully. And ये बिल्कुल भी smudge नहीं करेगा, and it's going to be so good. You can already see its shine. Plus I also used a setting spray with a little shimmery effect, so you can see the glossiness that adds. So this is how you can add a little bit of glitter and shimmer and highlight on your face without going over the board. And of course I can just use this gel textured highlighter on my eyelids as well, for that pop of color if I want to go more bold. Also you can again just dab a little into your lips for that glossy effect. So you can see your makeup is still very matte and it won't go anywhere even in rain, especially this monsoon season. But still you can see the highlight on your face. And I so wanted to apply a bindi because my vibe is more on the ethnic side. So I was not getting my bindi. So here another hack. Here is another hack that you can do. So all I have is a gel eyeliner, which is of course waterproof and the best eyeliner that you can use during monsoon. So all I'm going to do is take that little, I'm going to just apply it as a bindi. Let me show you. Okay, anyhow, Yeah, just going to take this tail comb. And it's not going to go anywhere because it's gel eyeliner that I used as a bindi. So I hope you guys enjoy this pretty easy tutorial, and do let me know if you like this video. And yeah, so guys, this is my final look.